Hi, I'm Rick Dancer. What's happening downtown Eugene? Well, what's happening is the Eugene Film Society, for the third year in a row, is doing the 72-hour film competition. And
the horror film competition.
Horror film competition.
Yeah.
So this is big stuff.
It is for us, yeah. It's the first event that sort of kicked off what would become the Eugene Film Society. It's always great to come back in and check in with this event. We do a large downtown event around the horror film competition called All Hallows Eugene. It's a downtown Halloween event that includes film screenings and costume parades, trick-or-treating, a bunch of family and youth-oriented activities during the day and more young adult activities at night. But the horror film competition, it's going into its third year. We have two great prizes, a jury prize and audience award, each valued at $1,000. Wow. That will be given away. It's a great chance for local filmmakers to get engaged in the local film community and participate in a 72-hour competition that's energizing, exciting, and a great opportunity to connect with the local film community.
So this is Joshua Purvis. We didn't introduce you with the Film Society because
yes,
we're so used to each other. We just kind of jump right in there. Tell me, in terms of, this is really good for young filmmakers and old but young also, getting some new blood in there, some people that are kind of test out their skills, because that's tough to do in 72 hours.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, certainly it's certainly a challenge. And I know for a number of people, when we say it's a horror film competition, it sort of gets pegged as a niche sort of genre, but the way we try to view the genre in terms of this competition is that it encourages sort of ingenuity, risk-taking, creativity, and so it's an opportunity to really allow artists to dig in deep into the reserves of the unconscious, into their imagination, with the intent to have an effect on the audience. You know, with horror, if you're not scaring somebody, if you're not disturbing someone, if you're not making someone feel uneasy, you're not doing your job. So the horror film competition is very much about getting results from an audience for your work as a filmmaker. So
for people in Eugene who, like myself, when we don't produce a film, we get to come and be judges, we get to come watch this and see how it works. When does that work, and how do we get involved in that?
Yeah, so Halloween night, 7 p.m. at the Holt Center, we're going to screen all the submissions in the competition.
Oh, awesome.
The audience will be able to vote on their favorite film and help determine the audience award winner.
So how do you think this helps in Eugene for, we have quite a growing community of film fanatics and
more,
producers and video producers. How do you think this helps them to kind of get that competition under their belt?
Sure. Well, one, it's just more content created, right? So something in your portfolio they're able to share. We always have meet and greets held right before the competition where we invite actors and supporters of the local film community to come and get engaged in the filmmakers. And it creates an opportunity for filmmakers to then resource actors, crew, financiers, whomever else, whether for this production or for future productions. So there's certainly a networking aspect, there's a creation content aspect to it. There's also a celebration component where we come together as a community and participate in the viewing of these films, celebrate the successes, and find ways to sort of generate support for those filmmakers going forward.
Well, it's fun for the audience too, because we get to go kind of help push these people and tell them what we liked and what we didn't like. So if I'm a film producer out there, how do I get involved?
Sure.
Where do I get a hold of you?
Sure, so you can find all the information about the competition on the Eugene Film Society website, eugenefilmsociety.com. There we'll have the registration form so filmmakers get involved. This year we're actually launching a sort of preliminary workshop going into the competition. We're very fortunate to be working with Albert Krim, who's a screenwriter out of the prestigious American Film Institute, who's going to offer a workshop on how to write an effective short horror film. Registration in the class automatically enrolls you in the competition. So it's a good way to sort of prime the pump, so to say, get those creative juices flowing, so that at the competition kickoff, when we announce the mandated line of dialogue and prop, filmmakers are better prepared to receive that information, jump into the screenwriting process, and go ahead and expedite that so they can start the production process.
And for the rest of us who want to come watch and participate downtown in the night.
Oh, absolutely.
How do we find more about that?
Sure. So there's going to be a full day of programming on Halloween. We have a 2 o'clock screening of Paranorman, which is an animated film, feature-length film, produced by Leica, that's based right outside of Portland and Hillsboro. Like has actually been nominated for Academy Award for another one of their animated films. But not only are we going to screen the film Paranorman at the Holt Center, but we're also going to have Georgina Haynes, head of puppetry from Leica, come down and do a special presentation accompanying the screening. So that's again at 2 o'clock. Following the screening, we'll have trick-or-treating and a costume parade. Later in the evening, we're going to have a screening at the horror film competition at the Holt. There'll also be a screening of Nosferatu with a live performance by Mood Area 52 with Bijou Art Cinemas. And there'll be a number of other programming going on that night in downtown Eugene. So film screenings, trick-or-treating, costume parades, there'll be art exhibits, there'll be a lot going on Halloween in downtown Eugene.
So it all happens
downtown. Yes, sir.
Joshua, thanks.
Absolutely appreciate it, Rick.